Meow, 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 meow.
Here's Pico done in my special Valentine's Day palette. The Valentine's Day palette was inspired by roses, using my earthy tones and adding some of this like brighter purple and stronger reds, and just thought that, you know, what's better for Valentine's Day than an adorable fur baby? So that's the inspiration. Now, if you've just started joining, Impawstos is a style of pet portraits that I started doing because I really wanted to explore more abstract and bright, bold, colorful ways of capturing our fur babies. I started my career doing fine art stuff, but this really resonates with me, and like it's a play for me. So I do try really hard to make sure I get the likeness of your fur baby, but it's not exact. These are like paint sketches, and working with Impawstos, you can see I'm using a palette knife. There's no brushes, and if you can see from the palette, it's kind of a messy medium. It gets kind of everywhere. Definitely cannot wear nice clothes when I'm doing Impawstos. Got to keep all that in mind. But they're so fun. Now you're gonna see with Pico, what I love about this furry fur baby is that he has a lot of different markings on him, and I think that works really well with Impawstos. The more unique markings, the more dots I can put, different colors I can play with, it's all really fun. I do create kind of a formula in my head of what colors represent what. This comes with experience and practice. That's also how I choose my palettes for the specials, is I want to make sure I have colors that are not always matched together as a collective, but you know, have some wacky doodle moments like that purple in there and the green eyes, and this like really minty kind of green eyes in here too. But I want to make sure I can capture the likeness of your fur baby. So it might not be a perfect match, but it is definitely a likeness. If you want a perfect match kind of portrait, you're welcome to try and snag a spot with my watercolors and my pastels and oil paintings, and even the inks are a little more of a likeness, or more accurate. But the Impawstos, this is fun. This is a play. Oh, I love the little bits of red in that nose that he had. And just going back in, getting the darkness, getting those cute little eyes, just marking where everything is, and then going back in. That looked kind of creepy for a second there. We're trying to make it cute. We're making it cute. There he is. There's the cutie pie. Isn't he so cute? There's a fluffy, colorful little pop. Oh, the best part is the highlight in the eyes. Getting that sparkle in there. Difficult to do with wet into wet, but totally worth the effort. Sparkle in the tongue, sparkle in the eyebrows, making sure the colors are right where they're supposed to be. And then sign it. There's Pico. Ta-da! Next we have pups. So for this special, there were options of having sequins in there. You can see I was just using some sequins beforehand too. I try to pull some sequins out that were used before. I try not to waste anything. Super fun, a little bit of glam, a little bit of glitz for those diva pups. With the Impawstos special for Valentine's Day, I had multiple different colors for the back, which is something I've been playing with and trying with. I'm noticing more and more of which values are more popular and which values I prefer too. I've noticed that I do like the values. So for values, it's kind of like if you think about black and white being 1, black being 10, that's every segment is like a value. It's not like the color, it's how bright and how dark the color is. So I'm playing with value in the backgrounds and trying to find my happy place. And I've noticed I tend to like the medium to light valued backgrounds for the Impawstos. I think it's a good spot to let the colors really pop. I think the dark values sometimes take away from the portrait. So here in Valentine's Special, I've kind of learned that from my experience, and I'm still pushing it and playing with it with different kinds of colors too. But isn't he so cute? Pups is just fluffy floof floofball. I like how just some small, simple strokes can just really capture the floof of him. Oh, and then this part, when I feel like it's mostly done, I go in and I hand place these sequins, guys. They are hand placed strategically and mindfully to make sure, you know, we get some good glam all over the place. Definitely highlights for the top, highlights for the cheeks, even underneath the eyes sometimes. It's good. This guy has so much fluff on the muzzle, like it was absolutely had to highlight that. And there's little pups, just as cute as can be. I want to boop him. Don't do it, it's wet. Rotti. Rotti is such a cute name. For some reason, it makes me think about spaghetti. Maybe there's a double T in it. I don't know. But Rotti is another very cute pup. I mean, how often do you not find a cute pup? I'm not sure. I feel like I have a soft spot for like the exceptionally not cute. I feel like they're super cute. The less like stereotypically cute. Does that make sense? Well, Rotti is just adorable. And we're going in and mapping out the light spots first. That green is unforgiving. So it's really important that I know where everything is before I put in that green. There's no going back once the green goes down. Like, just no way. That yellow mixed in there? No way. So had to mark everything out, like marking out where the eyes are going to be, how big the head's going to be, where like the ears, all of that, before going in and adding more and more detail. I love that little smudge mark. Those are some of my favorite little details that like aren't planned, you know? Like, I don't know how each stroke is going to come out. It's part of the challenge that I love. Like, I have no idea. I can control only a certain level of it, but ultimately with the palette knife, a lot of it is just like, oh, well, that was interesting. Especially when colors mix together, like, oh, well, that's kind of fun. And I like it. It's a moment, I feel like. When you get impastos, you're getting a moment in this creative process. You can count on me putting on music, listening to a podcast, getting in a mood. Impastos have to be made in a happy place. I feel like I try to insert my own joy into these guys. I try to insert my own sense of exploration and childlike delight while making it. So it's super genuinely like a piece that's supposed to just emulate happiness. And I think it shows in paintings, the fun, the play, the moments when might be too serious, but necessary to make sure we get the essence of your fur baby. But yeah, this green and magenta, I don't know, I never thought of it like together. Not all these colors at once, but I really like it. I feel like, you know, it looks a little more classy for impastos. Classy with spunky. Spunky is a good word for it, I think. Adding in this like, oh, love this lilac. It's super light and creamy and just a beautiful highlight. Love using that color for a highlight. Rotti! Ta-da! Here we have Poppy with the E's. Poppy is a darker doodle looking dog, and with the darker ones with this palette, there's lots of greens involved, which is not something I think I've really dived into. I've used blues for darks, I used purples, but green is definitely a newer passion of mine, I guess you can say. Marking out all the spots of, again, eyes, the nose. How big is this going to be on the portrait? I want to make sure it's kind of centered. I don't want it to be too off centered. Oh, that blue is just, this palette's just so weird. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for all your support, and for me for all the support in me to explore my weird. I'm glad my weird is enjoyed by so many people. These impastos, I think I've done, just this year a couple hundred of them, which is nuts to me. And also just, again, a reminder of how lucky I am to have such incredible support for a silly medium that just makes me happy too. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Look at this guy. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. It's just silly. And the colors, look at that. I can't plan that. I can't plan that. I just like, it's just flows out of my palette knife. Oh. And then, of course, adding in, you can see me dumping in some black sparkles, trying to get the eyes and the nose. I do like adding it for that. And then, like, really getting those edges so it pops a little bit more. It gets muddy with impasto, so the sequins really do help, like, kind of, like, enhance it a little bit. But also, like, oh, man, you either love or hate the sequins. That's what I've learned. Some people are just like super gung-ho, really want sequins with every impasto from this day forth. And some people are like, no, like they think it takes away, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a special. Ta-da. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe, leave a comment, or you can visit my website or Instagram in the description below. Thank you.